With an impossibly thin proprietary coating, XS maximizes string life, repels corrosive elements, and projects a rich, lasting tone. XS, the coated string that safeguards your sound.
Awesome. Hey, y'all, this is John Bollinger with Premier Guitar, and I'm with Brent Mason. So, Brent, thanks so much for joining us.
Good to be here, man.
Yeah, so just a little backstory. Brent, pretty much every guitar player in Nashville had to learn all of Brent's stuff before they could get any work at all. Hey, how many, God, I can't even imagine how many.
And I get a percentage off that.
Yeah, you're right. You should. You basically taught like all of us to play back in the day, man.
Does that make me older than most people?
No, well,
okay.
There's the irony.
All right.
I think I'm younger,
thanks,
but you look younger than me.
No,
so
no.
Figure that out.
It's because you just got gray.
Yeah. Well, man, this guitar, this is the one we all know you for, and it's been on hundreds, if not thousands, of sessions. And give us a little backstory on this thing.
Well, man, I bought this thing. I probably give different dates on when I bought this thing. 83, 84.
Yeah,
well, you said 82.
Yeah, right.
My time, frames are off, man.
Yeah.
But I think it was 83.
When you're playing with Don Kelly,
Yeah,
right?
Don Kelly and I went to Hughley's Music out in when it was there in East Nashville.
Yeah.
And we bought two Telecasters hanging on the wall. He bought this one, and I bought another, like a white one. And we went out to the gigs to play, and we were playing together at the Stagecoach Lounge. And I said, hey, man, could I play that one? Which was this one.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, man, go ahead. He goes, because he like trades them in every 2 weeks or something.
Right.
He didn't care.
Yeah.
Because I said, I think I like this one. Take that one. I'll take this one. That's where I got it. So it was like, I don't know, $300 or something hanging on the wall.
Right. And what year is this guitar?
This is actually a 67. In late winter, this was birthed by Fender, and I always called it a 68 when they took it apart. It said November 67 on it, so it probably went out to the the stores or whatever on the next year, but 67.
Well, those days are gone of buying a 67 Tele for $300. If anybody's got a 67 Tele you want to sell me for $300.
Can't even add a zero to it. It's still a good bargain, right?
Yeah, no kidding. God, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's what it was. And of course, it has been modified a few times.
Yeah,
since I bought it.
Tell a little bit about
Joe Glazer. Way back, there was a guitar player from Virginia. His name was Sid Hudson.
I remember him.
He had a three pickup system, or he had three pickups.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was a cool thing.
Right.
And I really thought it was the best thing for me practically, because I couldn't afford more than one guitar at the time. It's like I wanted a Les Paul and a 335 or a Strat and a Tele, but I had to trade one in to get the other. I said, well, you know what? I'm just going to make one do it all.
Right.
Hopefully, and that's how this came about. I put the baby humbucking in the.
Yeah, is that out of a Les Paul's?
Yeah,
out of like a deluxe, I guess.
And the Seymour Duncan stack, vintage stack here. And the hot stack here is some more. And he put them. We've switched this one out a couple times. I had the 5.2 in there, and now it's the vintage stack, which has stayed in there, permanently fixtured.
Yeah.
Volume controls this. That's basically, it's still a three-way.
So three-way, and the middle is the volume.
Just the volume for the middle hot stack.
Yeah, that's great. So you can kind of, do you find yourself like kind of feathering it in a little bit with the other ones?
Yeah, you know,
or?
basically that's what I do with it. Rather than full on, it does it. You know, it's close to a Strat sound, but it's not quite there. So I found it more effective just to use it as a kind of EQ,
right?
You know, thing. So I just kind of bleed it in to where it just kind of takes out the offensive high end stuff.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know. It just kind of rolls. Now that's, you know, sort of a Strat out of phase. It's close, but it's a little hollow, I think.
Yeah, but I love the way you use it.
You know, this pickup has lost a little of its oomph over the years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
I guess they do that, yeah.
But it didn't bother me. It just kind of, you know, it just gave it another dimension as far as the tonality goes. When I start to roll it in, it helps.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I love the way.
I don't use it full on that much.
That tone.
I got about 5 Strats now.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. All right,
I can afford at least a few of them.
Yeah. Well, that tone of that in between, you just put a little bit with your bridge. It's such a kill. That's kind of.
It's the Joe Glazer wiring thing, you know. So. And
speaking of Joe Glazer, you did the B bender as well, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the old style B bender, which is it goes through the body, you know, it comes through the back.
Oh, right.
Fish through that. The newer ones are much more easier to work with. They just kind of wrap around the saddle,
right?
You know, and just hook in.
Works perfectly into your new signature. Oh, it's so great.
It's just like these are always like it looks like you have some kind of neurological disease. And when you're sitting on a chair, it really it's like you're going. You got to really like size your strap down,
right?
So you can just do a little quick. Because I've got it set pretty stiff.
Sure.
Because I mean, I know there's guys that have them really playful, you know, but you have to stand like a statue or it'll go.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So I got mine set up pretty stiff, so it looks a little, you know, got to muscle it a little bit.
Sure. Now, okay, so Fender just came out last year with your new signature, which, yeah, we got to hear that thing.
Yeah. It's a little heavier than this one, but it sounds great.
Yeah, we reviewed it, and God, man, I ended up taking to a few club dates and playing it.
The ash wood, the southern ash, is hard to get now, or any kind of wood, I think.
Right.
Is hard to get.
So they did their best to just cop. Yeah, let's see.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Oh, they did their best to just cop everything you did on your original.
So you got a little, I still do the bleed in thing with it.
Yeah.
Front pickup sounds great.
That's
But
great.
it's pretty, it sounds like a 335.
God, great. Yeah, it sounds like George Benson until that last bend.
Yeah, kind of the Danny Gap band.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
So now on your original one, it has like, is that like a rattle can or a car paint that you put on it? Did you?
Yeah, it's a car primer.
Yeah.
That's on it. Yeah.
Did they do that on this one as well? Use the same kind of paint, you know?
No, it's
or-
just like a satin
Yeah.
coating, fit light paint, satin
Yeah.
finish. And, no,
But they
didn't go to that.
yeah, to that
extent
extreme.
with it.
Yeah, right, that extreme. Yeah, it sounds great though, man. It
Yeah,
really,
it's a good sound. It's a good sound.
They totally copped it.
There's things I like about it. The front pickup better.
Oh, really?
It's got a little clarity kind of thing.
Yeah. Awesome. No, no, Brent, you're a thumb picker, but what do you do to your nails to make them cut?
So beautiful.
Yeah, so beautiful.
Super glue.
Do you really?
Yeah, super glue and plastic. My wife, she's out there somewhere. I
She's
can't
somewhere.
see.
There she is, that beautiful woman
She's
right
bought
there.
up. It's hard to find these real thick nails,
Yeah.
the plastic, and they just stopped making them.
Oh,
on
really?
the planet, you can't find. They're all thin. My wife bought every nail that are these kind in the universe, so nobody can get any at this point besides her.
Yeah.
You've got every one, right? You bought every one.
Don't you remember? I bought some more last week from that same woman.
Yeah.
We had 2 lots
There's this
of
woman that
them.
has like thousands.
Oh, really?
So I just
There
I stuck a big box up in my closet full
Really?
of these.
And hopefully those will last till you die.
Yeah.
There was a nail hoarder out there, and you bought all that it is. All right.
You're not supposed to be able to bend these. If you can flex them, they won't work. The nails he wears are like this chair.
Huh.
You cannot bend them, and they don't make them anymore.
And she's a nail expert.
All right. So what's the brand? Do you remember?
It was Naylene.
Naylene.
Good luck, people.
Oh, all the nails are going to be gone.
Maybe in a foreign country.
So you just cut them and literally super glue them.
Yeah.
But you leave this one off.
Well, a lot of people ask me that. I use this for like real percussive kind of, See how it pops?
Yeah.
So it's got that. It's got that old Jerry Reed thing. Anyway, that's why, because I kind of pop them, I kind of come under the flesh
Sure.
of the finger,
Yeah, you really do, like almost like a bass player.
Even
That's great.
a
And
little more aggressive.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the thumb pick, what is that?
Thumb pick. It's a blue one. No, it's these are I get these from Dunlop, who carries them now. They were Herco. Just the same MXR Dunlop
Yeah.
guys got them. You can order them there. I've had this one for years. I noticed a lot of steel guitar players use these too.
Yeah.
Every time I see a steel guitar, he's got a blue pick.
Yeah.
So I've been using those for years, and I don't know, they just feel good to me. They're not too big and cumbersome.
Right. Do they
And
ever?
they're the right gauge. They're not too heavy and not too flimsy or light, you know.
And so the blue is the gauge. Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like sort of medium light or medium. I think
Yeah.
it's just medium. Yeah. Hex something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wish I had more. You should have. I could have studied up on this, John, when you asked me this
Yeah.
question.
No,
It's a
you're-
blue thumb pick you get from Dunlop. You
Yeah,
know,
they'll
Dunlop.
find it.
Dunlop.
Dunlop. Yeah, they'll find it. That's great.
How do you pronounce it? Dunlop?
Yeah, Dunlop. I think that's right.
So Dunlap.
Okay, well so basically you're carrying 2 guitars to this gig. This is last time we did a rig rundown, it was in the studio, but tonight you're playing at 3rd and Lindsley, so you're doing your club set.
Right.
And just got number 1 and your signature
Yeah, I'll
as a
probably bring a
backup.
Strat or something tonight, or something else. I just brought this one because I wanted to,
Yeah.
show it off a little bit.
God, it's great hearing it's kind of
I'll
cool
play
hearing the
this one,
differences.
and if that one breaks, I'll play
Yeah,
this one.
sure.
But that is, while I'm speaking of that, it's great to travel, now with something like this,
Right.
because I hate to take that on a plane or travel with it anymore. 'Cause
Right.
It's like, it being that it's not, coated or anything or lacquered or anything. The downfall of that is the wood's falling off of it.
Sure.
It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
will there be any more wood left on it?
Yeah.
So I don't want to, scathe it up any more than it is.
Yeah,
So
you've beaten that
when
thing.
I travel or do a clinic or something, or just travel with it, I'll grab, this is a great one to take.
Sure. Sure. So what strings are you running?
These are Diodario, and I got the NYXLs on here. They're balanced tension, 10s, balanced tension. Great strings.
God, last forever, right?
They seem to last forever.
How often do you change them?
Everybody goes, you probably change your strings twice a day, or not twice a day, or twice a week, or 3 times. I go, no, sometimes they go a month without changing them. They just can't believe that.
Wow.
But, no, they stay pristine and nice,
Yeah.
It's, I've always used them, and, like I use the NYXLs is what I use. I'll put 12s on my Gretsch, 6120.
Wow.
Well, but then I put I don't use the wound on the 3rd string on the Gretsch.
Yeah.
But otherwise it's 12s, and then I put a 17 on the 3rd. Like I might go to 11s on the 335, but most of them are just pretty much 10s.
Yeah.
Diodario 10s.
Yeah.
NYXLs. Balanced tension.
Balanced tension.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fills
Well,
in for it
that
nicely.
covers guitars. Let's talk about these amps. You've got.
Oh, okay. Well, these amps I've had a long time. The twin, I had 2 blackface twins, and one of them was lost in the Nashville flood.
Oh, yeah.
A terrible thing that happened. I'm sure everybody remembers that.
Sure.
It was a, scary, terrible thing. But this one is, I'm using this as a backup right now. Just in case, these old ones could, just die on you in the middle of a show, right?
Yeah, right.
So I'm not running them stereo or anything, although I could. But I'm using this great super reverb. This was somebody just said, "Here, this super reverb." I can't remember who. He just said, "You want this thing?" I said, "Yeah, I always love super reverbs. I love the blackface ones." So this is a blue face. It's like an early 70s, right? So I took it to Jeff Heim, and I said, "Jeff, can you make this sound like a blackface and make it just that much louder than everybody else's?" He goes, "Yeah, man, I could do that." And then he did his magic on it, and it brought it to life. So that's what I'm using. It's a great. It's punchy.
Yeah.
But it's got that Fender-ish, nice tone, vintage tone, and I like the way it's a bitch to carry.
Oh, right.
You got to roll it on a card or something. Or if you got cardage, you don't have to worry about
Sure.
that. Then they can just cuss at you for
Yeah.
But I love the way it stands up. It just,
Oh, yeah.
I got a great deluxe that I use, but they won't carry in a place like this.
Yeah.
So this thing just has all the kind of tones I like, it's close, because I do, I want to go clean on some things, and then I want to go, dirty, rock it out a little bit.
Sure.
And then stay clean and pristine. So that's why I count on a lot of the pedals, on this.
That's the perfect segue. Let's talk
Yeah.
about your pedal board. Starting
Yeah, and this is I rig them up all the time at home. I got all kinds. I got mid-sized, little ones, and I just got this. This is basically simple to the eye. You know, I'm seeing them. They're all in perspective there. And you know, this equalizer, this GE Boss equalizer is just guitar-friendly EQ. I always like this key. I think I was back when I was playing the Stagecoach days. I had one of these.
Really? Let's hear that thing a little bit. Like, how would you?
Well, it's I use it very subtly, but
yeah, it looks like.
So you can add a little. A second here. First, you got to turn it on. It's very subtle.
Very subtle.
So you got, you know, you can, that's the, if you want to kind of scoop it out.
Sure.
You got the, you know, it's got the 800, 400, 1K, 3, you know, so it's guitar, a lot of frequencies, good frequencies, and, you know, the crappy nasally stuff you can pull out. But it's, the 200 is always nice. And of course, it's got 100 there where, you know, humans can't hear.
Right.
Well, but yeah, 200 could get kind of boxy a little bit. But so if you put it like it is,
really wakes it up.
Yeah, it wakes it up. Let's see what. I'm trying to figure out what. You know, so that's a little crunch on the hot wire, but. So it adds a little oomph to it. Of course, the 10s always give you a little more low end, right?
Right. You know, I think
That's
that
what I like
rolling out that 200 just, yeah, it's almost like that just makes everything else cut that much more too.
Yeah. Well, I actually edged the 200 up a little bit, but you don't need a lot.
Oh, really? Is that
Yeah,
what
and I took 800 out.
Oh, okay. That's it. Yeah, God, it sounds great. Any noise issues with that?
No, not that I'm aware of. I can't hear any high noise anymore anyway.
Yeah,
so.
me neither. So, okay, so you go from the EQ, and it's non-modded,
no
just
hands and no noise.
no noise. That's great. So you go from the EQ and into the Wampler.
Yeah, and it's important the sequence you put the pedals in. Most new pedals are all true bypass now. So
sure.
Going to the Ego Wampler compressor.
Yeah, let's hear that thing.
Yeah, it's so it's got the tone should be set here. I roll the tone totally counterclockwise. I don't know why. I think that's my preference. The blend has a clean blend and a compression blend. That's what's cool about it. Because
that's
a lot of
cool.
times when you used other compressors, as soon as you kick it in, all that airy high wind, can't even say it. All that airy high end goes away.
Right.
It's like it loses high end. So the blend adds the clean sound in with the compression, which was a cool thing.
Yeah.
You see it in distortions a lot, or
Sure.
overdrives where you can add blend the clean in. This gives you back that high end, the natural. You know, you don't want to lose any of that natural tone if you kick it in. So. That's a lot of compression. See, it's still got the airy top there, so. Now that's quite a bit of compression for me. Okay, the sustain's way up, sorry. I usually don't use that much squeeze.
Yeah.
So. So.
Okay.
And sometimes I just use a little touch of it to where it's not so squeezy. So,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so.
Okay, that's great. So it goes from the compressor into this what is
Distortion
this?
pedals.
Oh, is that
Yeah, I've got
Euphoria?
piles of distortion pedals. I was just trying this. I'm not too familiar with that one. I just the Euphoria.
Yeah,
Good,
sounds
pretty good.
great.
Now this one's a little thicker, the BB preamp. They're more like a tweed kind of a
Yeah, that sounds great.
breakup. And then of course mine, hot wired, which I use for just it's a 2-channel thing. One side is more of a crunch rhythm kind of a thing. I haven't set them yet, so I got to kind of get them set. That's the trouble, man. You got to set all these things. You kick it in and go, oh, okay. And then you're in the middle of a solo and you can't break away to.
Yeah, it's like,
I want to reach down there so bad, and
Yeah.
I can't get away from my solo to do it. That's just a little bit. You can add more crunch.
Sure.
It also has a blend on it as well. So, that's a cool thing.
So that's the right side
Yeah.
of your.
That's a little better. And then of course the so you got.
Yeah, that's great. There's a lot of that hot wired pedal. That's all over town.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody bought one of those.
It's
so
widely used.
after the hot wired, you go
Well,
into.
I just got these Fender pedals and they're pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the reverb
Now
you're
I'm
using.
putting distortions before the volume pedal.
Yeah.
So the EQ, compression, distortion pedals, pre-volume pedal.
Okay.
And then after the volume pedal, then you put your, even though they're set here, they're still before. I've
Sure.
set them up, even though it looks like they're after.
Yeah.
After the volume pedal, delays, tremolos, any kind of effects,
Yeah.
These are,
the new Fender.
This Treverb or Treverb is so sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet sound.
Yeah, that's a great.
And the
treble.
verb, I'm using the verb out of it because the super reverb on channel 1 has no super reverb or reverb at all.
And
It's
you're
not
in-
even super. It's just nothing. It's just a good tone.
Yeah.
But I mean, I use the verb out of this.
Yeah, it's great.
So it has a 63 plate, 63, 65 type reverb switch or a plate.
Oh, okay.
I got on the 63 right now.
Yeah, it sounds great.
See how sweet that
Oh yeah.
major 7 sound beautiful.
Yeah.
You go, please don't kill the killer well. Songs like that, really.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
All right.
Okay, so that.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Yeah.
That's great. So that's the Treverb, and then after that, is it the Memory Man?
Okay. So we got the verb and the tremolo's off. Then I was just trying this Fender sent a.
Okay.
That's a compressor distortion, and I thought that was pretty cool. I just stuck that in there.
Yeah.
So you got. It's just a little bit of crunch, like it's taxing an amp a little bit, like a lower wattage amp.
That's called the Fender.
It's pretty cool.
What's it called? The Fender Compugless?
I don't know if that can compute.
Something. Somebody in the comments tell us how you
We all
pronounce
did
that.
good in English in school, didn't we? It's a compugilous.
Compu something. Fender Compugilous. I don't know.
Compugilous.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Compugilous.
Yeah, sure.
Right over there's a confusion list. Okay. But it's a compressor. The compressor's pretty cool right there. Usually I never put I'm using it.
Yeah. And
anyway, great pedal.
Yeah, I like that you can really see those lights too up there. Controls. That's kind of handy.
That's nice. If you're in a dark club and you can't really see where everything's going.
Yeah, and then the Memory Man.
Yeah, I've been using that for years. I like it. You know, it's got the tap stuff in it.
Yeah, that's great.
You know what's cool about these deluxe Memory Man electro-harmonix? The gain switch. It sounds very natural as you want to drive an amp a little bit. I'll try to. Gives you a little bump if you're kind of playing clean, but you want a little bump for the solo, you know?
Yeah. So that's got all those. That has all those.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
But
it's got those tap divisions. Where do you usually keep it? Do you usually keep it on, or do you just switch between the divisions?
You know, you can bump, up. You know.
Right.
It's just real easy to tap, and it's all set right there. It's got a fat delay sound. It's got a nice little bit of a depth, rate, kind of smooth analog chorus-ish kind of thing. I can't say it. Let's see here.
That sounds great.
See what I mean? Instead of those kind of cheap.
So when you're playing, do you tweak it at all, or Yeah, that's beautiful.
I can't. It's what? Ask that question.
Oh, when you're playing, do you tweak between these different sounds, or just kind of set it and forget it?
Well, I kind of have it set on a normal kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I'd be messing with it the whole time.
Right.
You know, that's what I don't need to be doing, because I'm always a perfectionist with effect. I'm always leaning down.
Sure, yeah.
Every time I see myself on a show where it was half the time I'm going,
right.
And I'm going, why do I do that? It's like, where'd it go?
Yeah.
But so I usually have it set, kind of for the song or whatever. And really all I have to do is just click the
on or off or tap
tempo thing.
Yeah.
And that's about it. But,
and then this AB box.
Well, it's just what it is. It's like if you want to use use two amps together, turn one off, use the other, use the one on the B, A, that's what I've kind of got, although I'm not really using it right now.
Right.
This, like I said, the Twin is just sort of a backup in case this one goes.
What year is that Twin?
That's a 65 Twin. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the real deal.
Yeah, it sounds good.
And in that Super, you're in the first channel you're saying.
Yeah, and I've always ran it in the vibrato channel.
Yeah.
until just like a week ago, I stuck it in that, and it just kind of...
You're like, whoa!
Yeah, it kind of filled in, you know, fattened up and
Yeah.
started pushing a little better. So I thought, why didn't I know that? Why didn't I?
Do you think he modded it, or is that just the way?
It might have been something he'd done. I'm
'Cause-
gonna have to ask.
yeah.
It's a good question to ask
Jeff
Jeff.
might have, because there's like
Yeah.
I've seen a mod where you kind of make them martially, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
Maybe that's what he did.
Yeah. It sounds amazing.
Stupid
Whatever it
me,
is.
I should know this. But I'll have to call Jeff. What'd you do to my amp? I love it.
Yeah, what'd
Usually
you
it's like,
do?
what'd you do to my amp? It sucks. Now it's great.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
I just found this out 4 years later. But
well, that's great. Well,
yeah.
well, Brent,
But anyway,
it's
it works
such-
for now.
Yeah. It,
Next year I'll probably have, be plugging in the other side or something.
Right,
you know, So
right.
who knows? It's just, you know how musicians are.
Oh,
we get bored with one sound and
It's a
we try
moving
something
target,
else. Then we
man.
go back to what we started with. Right?
Yeah, right. Well, but I mean, I bet from the beginning you're pretty much a Tele into a Fender amp, so
Yeah.
it's not that far from where you started, no matter where you go.
Yeah, I mean, blackface basemans, showmans.
Yeah.
Deluxe reverbs are great with Teles. You know,
Yeah.
and these, they're all good amps.
Yeah.
All the tweed ones are great. Always. Fender makes some good stuff, That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
they're around.
Right,
they're around
right.
this, forever.
Yeah, and they kind of make the right amp for every scenario, like
Yeah.
like a little Princeton for a little
Right.
gig, deluxe something bigger. I love that. And it's crazy how this Super is louder than your twin, it looks like.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it?
Because you're only running it on
Well,
3.
Jeff Heim,
Yeah.
he's getting a good credit.
Yeah,
plug.
yeah.
He's
Yeah,
getting
Jeff,
a good
you're-
plug this.
You're welcome, Jeff.
Yeah. Oh, he's okay.
Yeah. Right.
So anyway, yeah.
Well, Brent, it's great seeing you. Great hearing you play, man. It's just mind blowing, seriously,
Thanks.
to hear you do your thing.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Check it out. Thanks so much.